All right. Oh, after a hiatus, we are back with basically a continuation of the WTF/review series, and today's game is going to be Spider-Man 2. Oh my God, what a weekend it's been! Like, it's been a really long time since I just let everybody know, from family to friends, from co-workers to managers. I am unavailable this weekend. And I was unavailable because I knew I was going to be dedicating my entire weekend to essentially playing the fuck out of this game. As you can see, we 100% of this game. We have done everything. Don't take my word for it. We'll jump in. We'll look around. We'll see some stuff. We're going to review it. We're going to talk about a few things. Let's get off the street first. Let's go up high where it's a little bit quiet. So, should we start with the pluses? Should we start with the negatives? Let's start with the positives, go into the negatives, and then talk about what makes this game so fucking amazing. The positives. This is the best 3D game city I have ever had the absolute pleasure of going around. When I say that, like, every single street feels fantastic. Every single one of them. The new movement tech that they added into the game in the form of the gliders, great. I love it. Traversal is so good. You can go from one side of the city to the other side of the city with ease if you know how to use the windways. And the windways are so freaking convenient. No hands. Just automatic gliding right through them. You can take a bite out your churro. You can take a sip of your drink, and the spider is just going to keep on coasting through the windways to get from point A to point B. Movement tech, even better than the original Spider-Man game, and in my opinion, better than Miles Morales. They really upped their game with the movement tech between both of these games. Like, if you were to go back to try and play Spider-Man 1 after playing this game, you would honestly feel as though Spider-Man 1 is slow and just a little bit sluggish in comparison. We got an event going on over here, so we're going to fly over here, deal with the event, and then talk about combat. Combat, also fantastic. The way in which... The way in which not only do you have your basic abilities, but you also have your gadgets. And gadgets are so much more effective than they were in both Spider-Man and in Miles Morales. Because now the gadgets actually have a purpose, and they are devastating. As you can see from, like, who I was just fighting, those were symbiote-based enemies. And one of the gadgets you can throw out is a sonic dampener, just like that one. You toss it onto the ground, it detonates, and then it bursts and turns into a bunch of others. The way in which you can do upgrade paths for your gadgets, the ricochet webs, the zip line that when you fire it out, it snatches everybody up. The assault turret that assists you in combat, fantastic. You're going to find yourself weaving a lot of this tech into the middle of your fights, in the middle of your combos, to essentially give yourself an edge. If you're not using the tech, you're going to have a way harder time. I mean, sure, you can try and look around for things that you can use in the environment, but you're going to have a far more difficult time dealing with a lot of the threats and a lot of the enemies that you're essentially going to be encountering in the game at large. Now, moving on from good improvements between both games, because there's like this weird level of confusion I think people have in talking about a sequel and a original thing. So an original game is offering you something new. A sequel is trying to improve upon the things that you enjoyed in the first game, while keeping the formula the same. Spider-Man 2 keeps the formula the same. They're not breaking new ground. They're not doing anything new in any way, shape, or form. And while I just talked about the combat system and the movement tech, oh, especially this. Oh, I love these. It's the slingshot. You can find these around the city. Use it to just absolutely just... Why did it not work? Use it to just absolutely launch yourself from one location to another to get, like, really far. Fantastic. But let's talk about the things that are a little bit stale, in my opinion. This game, and I don't think it's something that you're in general going to be able to fix. A lot of games rely on things on the minimap that you're going to have to go and do. Like, oh, there's a Mysterium that you have to go and do. Or if you can see in this zone, there's 3 spider bots you have to collect. There's Prowler stashes, photo ops, unidentified targets that you have to go after. This isn't a bad thing. But if you're somebody who's burnt out on doing collection-based activities, if you're somebody who's burnt out on doing fetch-based activities, and then once you kind of start to realize that a lot of the activities are basically the exact same thing with a little bit of paint splashed on it. For instance, what's a Mysterium? A battle arena where enemies come in, you have to defeat the enemies in a certain amount of time. What ends up being the symbiote nests? It's a battle arena. Enemies come in, you have to fight a bunch of enemies until a timer goes down. Same as the Mysteriums. What's with the flame missions? Almost the exact same thing. A lot of the missions that you see, what are Hunter Blinds? Hunter Blinds are basically a bigger version of the battle arena that you have to go do 3, and then once you finish 3, you have to go over and do a super arena with like 3 different levels. Doing those could lead to burnout. I can see some people that are like, I really don't feel like doing this. I'd much rather focus on the story. But it's not really a negative, because this is the exact same way things were set up in Spider-Man 1 and also in Spider-Man Miles Morales, where there are a bunch of things for you to do. There's strongholds to go and take down. There's battle arenas to go and take part in. There's things to go and find. There's things to go and do. There's people to go and help. This is essentially something that's a part of the Spider-Man game experience. I can understand the complaints that some people have in regards that, after a while, doing the Mysteriums are kind of boring, or doing the Hunter Blinds are kind of boring, or doing this is kind of boring because they're basically the same type of vanilla. Understandable. But for me, I don't mind them at all. The Mysteriums, they're decent, and you can challenge them from going bronze all the way up to gold on the timer. I really enjoyed some of the other ones because of the variations that they do, but it's a Spider-Man game. You knew what you're signing up for when you came in here. I can understand that the Assassin's Creed community and the Far Cry community, anybody who's ever played an Ubisoft game in the last 10 years is kind of burnt out when they open up a map and suddenly 15 things pop up. I understand. It's triggering. We've had just this horrible negative experience in regards to that, but it is okay. I'm here to tell you that Spider-Man is not that bad. You actually find yourself, for instance, the spider bots. You actually find yourself. I didn't go online and look at a list to see where they are. I found myself just using the traversal skills, zooming around the map, exploring, looking for indicators to see where exactly they are, and getting dumb hype when I found them, when I was able to collect them all, and I got that secret cutscene that another friend of mine who didn't go out and do it, he hadn't seen or hadn't gotten yet. But that's really the only negative. The only negative is the way in which activities are basically set up for you to take part in across the map in general. But as I've said before, if you've played a Spider-Man game before, this is not a bad thing. It is okay. There aren't that many. It doesn't throw a lot at you at the exact same time, because there are a few of these that really didn't open up until like the final act in the last maybe 3 hours of the game, was when some of these went live, and I was like, oh, more stuff to do, more suits to collect, and oh my god, are there suits to collect. I really feel as though in the suit department it did my boy Peter dirty. I'm gonna say that right now, because Miles definitely got the better suits, I would say. The Symbio suits are fantastic. They look great in live action. I like the fact that they decided not to go with cloth, because it's like a living goo alien. It actually looks like this moving gel that's on top of Spider-Man's body. He looks a little moist. That's all I'm saying. But a lot of the suits are really good. But like I said, for Spider-Man, this is definitely one of my favorite ones. The black and red Miguel O'Hara suit. That is so damn good. The two different amazing suits, of course, the ones from the movies. A few of these are definitely ones that we had in the first game. I freaking love the different variations of the Superior Spider-Man suit, the different variations of the Anti-Ox suit, Arachnite, Spider-Punk. There's a lot of Into the Spider-Verse Noir. There's a lot of the Iron Spider suits are absolutely fantastic, especially this all-black one. And this blue one that I was rocking, I love them. The web black suit from Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire's suit from Spider-Man 1, I almost said Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland's upgrade classic suit from Civil War. All of these are in here. So you're going to be able to make Spider-Man look however you want Spider-Man to look. You want to give him the classic black suit for Venom? Go right ahead. You want to make him look like the Night Monkey from Far From Home? Go right ahead. There's a bunch of stuff in here for you to be able to chase down to make your character look the way in which you want your character to look. But goddamn, if they didn't give my boy Miles some bangers. Like, there's this one suit you get that makes you look like the White Ranger, but then also makes you look like this. I don't know who designed this, but this suit right here is absolutely fantastic. You've got these awesome Venom suits. The Wolverine suits, great. Just mwah, fantastic. Just going out there and earning some of these from completing some of the challenges. The King in Black suits, great. Those kept me invested. It wasn't one of the things that I absolutely love about this whole suit thing. All of these you earn. You go out. You play the game. You beat certain aspects of the game and certain challenges, and you are rewarded with drip, because drip is the end game. Having Spider-Man look drippy is the end game. That is the point. That is the reason why we're here. We're here for some of these suits that we've loved and dreamed about and only thought about since we were children. Some of us have only ever thought about Peter Parker's black and white suit when he first got the Venom symbiote. Some of us have only ever thought about the Superior Spider-Man suit. Some of us have only thought about Miles' suit from Across the Spider-Verse, or his version of the suit from Into the Spider-Verse. Or maybe we like the way in which his new suit's a little bit kind of sort of goofy. Or the end suit, or the Wakandan suit. So many variations for you to be able to enjoy. So many of them locked behind skill challenges that when you beat them and then you get them, it's great. I didn't have to open up my wallet. I didn't have to go on the PlayStation Network. I didn't have to do any of that. It was my skills unlocking drip. And is there a cat back there? Oh! I didn't realize I had a bodega cat suit. That's dope. I should have used that a little bit more throughout the game. But yeah, that part, absolutely fucking love it. And now we're going to move on to the thing that I absolutely love across the board. The story. The story is why we're here. Absolutely why we're here. In my opinion, I think this story is better than Spider-Man 1, and I also think it's better than the Miles Morales story. Across the board, 100%. I'm not going to spoil anything story-wise, but I honestly think that this game completely captures the personalities of both Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Where you actually feel as though these two people are two unique living individuals that are just dealing with these just astronomical problems. And in classic Spider-Man style, you really do feel for Peter because he gets put through the fucking ringer. And it is absolutely great. Even the new characters that they introduce are great. Harry Osborn is absolutely fucking fantastic. Meeting and dealing with Norman, where you actually find out that, like, you know, in this version He's not an asshole. Well, I mean, he is an asshole, but he's an asshole who loves his son. That's absolutely friggin' great. All that's dope as hell. You're going to be invested in the story from start to finish. If you're just somebody who wants to come in and play the game only for the story, well, congratulations. There's an entire mode for you to be able to enjoy the story yourself with no issues whatsoever. And it's great, and you're gonna love it, and it's going to be an absolute fucking blast. This game is good. This game is really fucking good. Is it good enough to win Game of the Year? That's probably going to require, like, a whole just other video to talk about whether or not it deserves to be Game of the Year. Cliff notes of that other video, does it deserve to be Game of the Year? No. Is it a Game of the Year? Yes. It is one of the best games of 2023. Would be beyond a shadow of a doubt. It is one of the best games of 2023. It's not Game of the Year material, but it is a Game of the Year. What I mean by that, it's a game that I feel as though everybody who enjoyed the first game, or you want this really great Spider-Man experience with a heartfelt story, you should come over here and absolutely enjoy this game. One of the things that I can, in all honesty, say, like, right now is this building right here. We're gonna stop right here. This building right here. The owners of this building right here. Y'all ain't shit. the owners of this building right here. Y'all ain't shit, because my man Peter was going through it. And not one person popped up to help this man. Not one Avenger came out this tower and was like, you know what? Peter Parker's getting his ass whooped out there. You know, maybe one of us should, you know, pop out and lend some aid, lend some assistance. Captain America, Iron Man, somebody could have came out and helped this man. But no, not a single person came out to assist. While we didn't really get any big outside of the Spider-Man mythos characters introduced, so no, you're not going to see the fucking Avengers or see Iron Man flying around, even though I think that would be dope. There are a lot of Easter eggs for both Spider-Man characters that we've met before, and also Spider-Man characters that might show up in either a future DLC, which I fucking hope, or might show up in a future game. I have a feeling that I know where exactly the future game would go, which is also going to be a video in and of itself. And then I also have a feeling I know where the DLC is also going to go. And I'm hoping that one character is a DLC character and not the main villain of another game, because I feel as though Venom absolutely steals the fucking show. There's no need. There's look. If you told me that you were going to give me a Venom game, I'd be there for it. I'd give you money for that. I'd give you money for a Venom game where all you do is move around as Venom and just like beat ass. That's it. That's all you do. All you do is run around as Venom and you eat people's heads. I'd 100% be there for it. When you get the black suit, this is all you do. Somebody else is here. Wait a minute, hold on now. Who am I missing? Oh, he was not. He was not. He was not having any of my shenanigans. But yeah, let me know what you think about Spider-Man. If you were supposed to rate this game, like I said before, Game of the Year, 9.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I feel so a 9 out of 10 is warranted. especially with what I had said earlier. 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Somewhere in that ballpark is where I would most definitely put Spider-Man 2. And I honestly cannot wait for more content to drop for this game, because like I said, right now, your boy is done. There isn't, where is it? There's nothing left. We've platinumed this game, and now we're basically just sitting around waiting for more content to drop. But let me know what you think. Have you played Spider-Man 2 yet? Are you waiting to play Spider-Man 2? Trust me when I say this, you're gonna have an absolute fucking blast. This game is fucking fantastic, and you're going to enjoy it. But drop your opinions down below, let me know, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.